Okay, Wandering Winder back with another game. Talking to my opponent briefly here. There is a lot going on this board. Goons, there's definitely the making of a Goons engine here, and I'm guessing that that's probably going to be the strongest thing. Probably some variation upon City and Goons. The question is how to best build that engine. For that, loan is possible, but I don't think it's too necessary. See, now he's going with loan. I'm not going to. I'm going to go Shantytown and Quarry. Because the goal here is basically to be able to get as many goons and cities as I can, as quickly as I can. At some point, minions can be helpful as well. Minions are actually, decently nice cards for Goons engines. And he's had the rotten luck of hitting his Quarry with his loan, which is something I was really worried about, actually. But, at the same time, something that probably shouldn't happen quite that often. I am going to also go ahead and get a second Quarry here, because basically everything I want to buy is actions, either Goonses or cities. Extra shantytowns at some point can also be nice. Let's see, assume he's probably going to pick up a Goons here as well. He will need extra actions at some point. I'm going to go ahead and grab my first city here. I'm slightly unlucky to get this shantytown colliding with my Goons, but, I'm not too terribly unhappy about it. Now I could pick up a Goons here, but I think I'm going to prefer to get a second city and shantytown. One of the things is it's really important, actually, in these kinds of engines to get a lot of cities. Very often you get too many Goons. But what's eventually going to be able to let you mega turn towards the end is actually those cities. And here he went for city and spy. I'm going to go ahead and once again take city and shantytown. But I'm definitely going to want to be picking up some more Goons now. I have lots and lots of spare actions with nothing that I'm going to be using them on. Shantytown's already a lab for me, so that's sort of nice. But I definitely need some extra Goons to beat my payloads. Not happening here. I'm going to go ahead and take another spy. Shantytown, the other nice thing about Shantytown in this kind of deck is that it does help defend against a Goon's attack. Now, let's see what happens here. He's picking up another Quarry. I'm going to go ahead and get my second Goons. There, that reveal forced me to reshuffle. Coppers are definitely going down. I need quick cycling. The spy is going to be better than the city for me at this moment, probably. The only way that the city can help me out, I guess, is if I get my second Goons. It would obviously help me out. But also if I pick up a shantytown. Definitely want to play spy first here, because it will influence the card I draw with city. I'm going to go ahead and discard that. He can keep the loan. The loan is not a very good card for him at this point. I'm going to go ahead and already pick up my third Goons here rather than doing another city and shantytown thing. I think I have enough actions at this point. Gonna discard that shantytown because it would have been a dead card for me. Because I would have ended up just playing it for extra actions. This shantytown is going to draw for me anyway. And I'm unlikely to need all the actions I get with the city and the shantytown already in hand. So that helps cycle me a little bit. Now here I have an interesting decision. I can get Goons and something, or I can get 2 cities. And I think I'm going to get 2 cities based on where I am right now. He's going to let me keep that copper probably. That's what I would do anyway. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and pitch this. And let's see, he's got 4 money. I'd expect him to buy. He bought yet another quarry. At a certain point, you just don't need that many more quarries. Definitely want to keep the Goons, and he can, of course, keep that copper. This is a pretty easy decision for me here to pick up another Goons and another shantytown. We're going to have to look at 3 pile endings here. Cities are very low. Goons can get very low very quickly here. And, of course, shantytowns are also pretty low. Here he's got 5 and 2 buys. He's picked up a city and another spy. I'm going to go ahead and play our spy first. Discard that. We are going to make him discard the spy. Goons gets played next. Looking at the score, I've got a few point lead, which will help me out in being able to maneuver these 3 pile endings. Here we're going to go with Goons, shantytown, and shantytown because I don't want to run out the city pile quite yet. And I wanted to be able to get all those buys in. Again, the coppers are what's going down. He's got a much thinner deck than me at this point. But I don't think that's going to matter so much. I've got a pretty good sized lead. There goes a shantytown. Definitely going to keep that Goons. Make him pitch his shantytown. Pitch the copper. Pitch the spy. Goons. 2 Goons there. So now his real problem is that these are all the important cards that he actually wants. Any of them are going to run out a pile for me. Going to Goons him. Hopefully I'll be able to and I can't quite get the piles here. I definitely don't want to hit either of these. I need to maximize my victory points because he's very likely to be able to mega turn here in a second, and he has. He's gone ahead and emptied the shantytown. It's a gamble, but it's probably worth it in his position. Yeah, now he has a chance at a big mega turn. I probably wouldn't have played that Baron yet, just as a matter of course. Basically, he's got this turn probably, but he's 27 points behind, which is a lot. And he's only able to get 1 Goons in play, so he's probably dead. And he's ended it. He can't win. Just an interesting Goons game.